meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Clickety click, click, clickety click. That's funny. Alright, there we go. Alright. This is my old stick fingers list. My old stick fingers list. From like over 2 years ago or something. This is the exact list. So this is, I guess, just where we were then. I don't think that's where we are now. So let's see what it looks like today if I were to aggressively change everything about this. Starting with... I don't like the Mana Rocks. I'm not sure about this one either. Broodlord is actually strange. I don't think... Oh wait, was this this wasn't the combo one, was it? Oh, it was a Cultivator Colossus one. Alright, well, not going in that direction. Why'd I run so many Snowlands, too? Okay, that's weird. Would it just make sense to start over? Am I thinking actually just would? Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday are always going to be weird. If I even do stream on those days. Oh yeah, Ancient Tomb. Right. That's actually quite a significant boon to this commander. Wow. Huh. Some of them enjoy it much more than others. Oh, that's like actually insane. Same with this one. Same with Mox, Chrome Mox. Maybe both Mox. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of differences. Kind of want to play Gitrog Monster soon. Something that just makes people really not like Strip Mine. I haven't done that yet. And just Strip Mine someone 3 times with like a Zuza. The last version... Why do I have a second new deck? Whoops. What is this? Oh, that's the midweek thing. Okay. And the last version from 2 years ago had all of these. Which I'm not sure why. I can't remember. I'd have to like watch my... I have to go back and watch my video. I don't know what I was doing with that many creatures, but... So we got Reanimate since then. Dark Ritual, no mana dorks, which is actually kind of funny. Can still run Flare, because I can sack Stick Fingers. This is a funny... Well, I don't know about the creatures. Is it still worth it to play Mana Dorks? Probably not. O'Hare kind of works. It's a funny reanimate target. Turns into a land, helps me cast giant stuff out of my hand. If it hits them, it just casts them out of the deck. But that would mean I have a lot of them, and I don't know where we're going with that yet. Do I care about Fatal Push Cut Down? I think so. Mox Amber kind of works. What? Bro, this is like way uglier. What are you talking about? It's not even close. What are you talking about? Alright, that. Rapid Growth, Farseek. The Cruelty, Binding, Ulamog? Why do we want Ulamog? This one? I mean, whatever Dark Ritual I'm not using, I only saw 2. I would not use the new one. Looks worse than the one I'm using. And this is objective. This doesn't do anything. Yeah, Ulamog doesn't... Combos with Arden. Oop. Well, if it doesn't combo my commander, I don't really care. Oh, yeah, alright. So if I have Arden in my graveyard, did the Stick Fingers thing, and then also got Ulamog, I guess that does something, but that's like 25 mana worth of things in play. No. I could play this one, but I'm not playing Ulamog for the sake of the thing that is not my commander. I would not do that. The old Ulamog is fine. What about... Whoop. What about one of these? No. This one's somewhat castable. It's kind of lame, though. I've never actually put this into play. I mean, I guess I do win when it happens. Whatever, it's in the deck. I'm not holding high faith in it, but sure. If you do the thing, I guess you win. If there's only like 3 creatures in your deck, suppose you could just consistently blitz for it. I guess Mana Rocks kind of make more sense than I remember. Forgot about the no mana dork thing. More removal is fine. Discard is also kind of fine. This is probably a Duress Thoughtseize. Inquisition gets some annoying stuff out of the way. Do I... Let's see, if I do it for turn... That would be turn 5. Turn 4, 2 creatures, turn 5. Okay, turn... Okay. So... Ugh. If it doesn't work, do you just lose? I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe that's fine to try, and if it doesn't work, we can... I don't really like this, though. Ugh. Oh, I can't play Grief? Whatever. Feels kind of weird to not play Persist. It's also kind of weird to not have tooth and nail options. Victimize? No, that just doesn't work. Ugh. Ugh. All the good cards don't work with just 2 creatures. Ugh. So, Victimize. How do you not run Victimize though? Like, this is about as close as you can get to Tooth and Nail in the command zone. Kind of. Maybe Slimefoot's actually slightly better. No, this might be better than... Yeah. When it comes to Tooth and Nailing. It is a 9 mana, I win the game, so I don't know why I wouldn't play it. When I can. This might not be the deck, though. So far, it isn't. If it doesn't work, I have Defense Grid. Yeah, okay. That, yeah. I'll have that every game. this one works. Oh, wait. It doesn't work. Unless you can target stick fingers with this card, which I don't think you can. I don't think this works. I think we have to play Victimize, Persist. So it just doesn't make sense to not play these, which means I'm not going to just have 2 creatures in here. I don't know why I would just not play like the best cards ever. Unless I expect this to work all the time, and no, I just kind of don't. How many 5-mana reanimates make sense, I wonder? I do not know. Oh, there's a haste one. Huh. The gift was promised and it's not a legendary. Make a 1/1 of it. What would be... I mean, most of the ideas are legendaries. But there has to be something that isn't. Because there's no way I'm not playing Persist. Oh, excuse me. Double Explore. Sure. I mean, they're all kind of the same. I think I need more than that, don't I? I need one every single game. I just have to play all of them. Might just be fine to do that. Sacrifice. Another finale of Devastation? What? Really? So I can reanimate stick fingers with the blood? As an additional cost? So it goes in the graveyard and then this is return target. Alright, yeah. It feels unintuitive because you target things usually before it resolves, but I guess or you see people do that with like, alright, no, it makes sense then. If it makes sense, it makes sense, I guess. Yeah, the cactus is funny. I've been trying to find this. Oh, that's not how you spell that, is it? Wait, what? What's happening? Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, do I not own it? I thought I owned it. Wasn't it one of the first cards I got? Wait, what is it called? Is it actually a plant? Surely it's a plant. Okay. Oh, it's a cactuar. You got it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's not a legendary, so you can persist it, which doesn't ruin anything about it. It doesn't get trample in any way. Oh, it doesn't get haste either. Wait, maybe I don't want this at all. Hold on. How do I hit someone with this? Let's say I fling it. Can you fling it? I don't think I can fling it. I'm not red. There's no target in the wording? Oh, there is no target in the wording. Oh, alright. You're right. When you're right, you're right. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. If I reanimate this with anything other than the weird guy, it doesn't do anything, right? Does it come back with Menace? Or is it just... What does it do? Menace, Lifelink, Haste, no. Still no Trample. Dang it. I don't think this works. I can make 2 of them with, whatever that other one was. Coiling Rebirth. I can make 2 of them. It still doesn't have haste, though. Is it easy to protect them? No, it's not. Liliana helps me discard creatures. I have Dark Ritual. What about Black Market Connections? It helps me cast stuff. Surprise, surprise. More removal is fine. I didn't look at... I forgot about the tutors. Yeah, Terra Sunder is fine. Kind of like Dig Up, I guess. Planeswalker. Are there any really good Planeswalkers? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Maelstrom Pulse. Oh, Black Green do be having a lot of creatures I can't play. Pillage. So if I do Stick Fingers 4, if I have more than... Okay, the more creatures I have, the more I want the X to be in Stick Fingers. Doesn't seem ever, like, super safe to just go for anything, combo-wise. Never feels safe. Cheat death effects could help. Final Parting could kind of help. Removal always helps. Oh wait, did I not add... yeah, Bitter Triumph eludes me quite extensively. I don't know why. I do like the removal stuff here. Can't play Murderous Rider. What is Buried Alive doing? Uh, is this on cast? It is. So you don't need to run Buried Alive. You just always have. You can't. Your opponent can't stop this. Okay, I didn't notice that. They can't stop that. That I had to enter. Maybe it's okay for now to just not run persist. Can I still run victimize? Not really. It just doesn't seem right to not run those two cards. That's kind of what I'm not vibing with. Assemble from parts? Sure, yeah. Yeah, we don't need to cast Buried Alive. I mean, it's perfectly reasonable to run it, but you don't have to as long as this doesn't have to resolve, so... If you needed this to enter the battlefield, then, yeah, you'd be kind of screwed. Altar of what? Oh. Is this faster? I need my commander in play. If my commander's not in play, this doesn't do anything. How many people are going to kill... Well, if they see this card, they're going to kill my commander. But I guess if they don't see it, they won't kill my commander. This doesn't help me do the thing on turn... Because, like, if this is my spell for the turn, I didn't cast a ramp spell, and then I'm just a turn slower. So this isn't actually cheaper. It also demands my commander is alive. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I don't like this one. It takes up my turn 2 play, which I would argue probably has to always be some kind of rampant growth. If not a forced removal spell. I don't think I can just cast a do-nothing enchantment on turn... or artifact on turn 2. I think I do want Mana Rocks. And not quite too upset with that. Mox Amber's still a bit strange. Questionable. I think all the Mana Rocks are fine. There's a lot more than there were last time. Yeah, I mean, if your commander's still alive and you're doing the thing, I guess. And you didn't just win from the first time you did it, then you could, I guess, recast it. I don't know. I'm not really sold on that. Do I want Worn Power Stone? Do I need Worn Power Stone? Not quite. Not quite. It is still just, like, really good on turn 1 with Mox Ancient Tomb. So it's also good on turn 2 as well, actually. So yeah, that's fine. I need some kind of... I mean, yeah, well, also, if you only have 2 creatures, I don't see why casting Stick Fingers a second time does anything anyways. I don't have more creatures to do anything with. It won't continue to do anything. Assuming I stay with the low creature count, which I guess for now I will. Yeah, just put Boseiju in there. Oh, I need Snowlands, right? I don't even know if Into the North was in the game last time I played this. My last list had like 8 creatures in it. More creatures lets me play Victimize and Persist, but then I lose my random funny thing. I'm still kind of on the side of just play something else that isn't the combo, and I can run like this and Persist. And then run like, what else is just giant and stupid and scary? What is big, dumb, and scary? I don't think I like Shieldred. Vaultborn Tyrant is funny, but I mean, that's not like a game-winning play. It's kind of the same as Hornet Queen. Just play it forward to stonewall your opponent's pressure that they might have. But there's actually not that much aggro in Historic Brawl right now. And the aggressive strategies win with like hyper powerful things. It's not necessarily, you know, 5 3/3s or something. It's like Tamiyo just swinging 3 times and you just lost. I do like Summon Bahamut. It puts itself back in the graveyard too, and our deck would be okay with that. Same with Cityscape Leveler. Nah, Cityscape has to swing though. It's not really going to swing outside of the haste enabler thing. I think 3 creatures is fine. I really do like the Vindicate on the Summon Bahamut. No questions asked. I think 3 is actually fine. It lets me play Persist. Wait, it's not. Is it legendary? It's not. Yeah, I can play Persist. I can play Victimize. And it still leaves me up to combo else. Alright, yeah, we'll do 3. I like that a lot. We like it. Another ramp spell of some kind, I think, is okay. Yeah. I don't think I flood my graveyard, so forage thing's not great. Emergent Sequence might just be the line. I hate this card with a searing passion. What about Sylvan Scrying? This can kind of ramp me by just getting Ancient Tomb. And I just play Ancient Tomb. That is essentially ramping me. Yeah, that we okay, all right. I haven't really given Ancient Tomb much credence there. Is Flare better than Omen? This is a lot easier to cast with Ancient Tomb. This is not. Sacking my commander to Flare lets me potentially cast something out of hand that I couldn't before. I'm sure there's a way to put both in here. Yeah, there's Utopia Sprawl as well. I definitely have enough forests. Well, I mean, we're just a green deck. I don't even need that. Wait, what? How does it read? Additional. Oh. Utopia's Sprawl is fine. Okay. Casualties of War, probably not necessary if I got to that much mana. I'm not sure if this is a game-winning piece of interaction. Not really sure. It's pretty easy to get to 6 mana, and this has a chance of doing something, but like at this point, I don't know, it could matter. It could matter. I can easily shave a swamp. Easily shave a swamp. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is pretty different from last time. There's been a lot of new cards since then. Victimize and Persist, I think, are really good tools that you should just have access to. It's kind of weird to not play them. That's why I'm not all in on this funny thing that someone's saying that is funny. You just put this into play, and then you reanimate this, and it sees itself, because Ulamog constantly sees itself with all the weird things that have to do with reanimating this for some reason, so it will see itself and then come back and annihilate your opponent and win immediately. It's a bit vulnerable, but it's somewhat speedy. It's not the fastest thing you could do, but, you know, it can get there. With discard, maybe it's easier to just get away with that. A bunch of reanimate spells. Oh, I guess I should say what this does. It has been 2 years. When you cast it, reveal cards from the top of your library, where X is the amount you spent, and then you put it in the graveyard, right? And this is a cast trigger, so you can't counter it. If that was the case, I would run Buried Alive, but you just can't stop this. Like, it's an Eldrazi spell for some reason. So it just works. The 3 creatures means I don't get to play this for 2 and then go into a 5-mana reanimate spell and just win, assuming my opponent doesn't stop me with the Ulamog thing, because there's, you know, a chance that I hit this thing and then I don't get the combo in the graveyard. But I think it's worth it to just add another creature, and maybe even 2 or 3. You know, if you're not sticking with 2, maybe it just goes up to 4 or 5 or something, but for now, I'm just going to do these 3. Persist and Victimize with Summon Bahamut as like this nice thing to do, right? It's like it Vindicate out of the graveyard at all times, and that seems ideal. Casualties of War is a bit strange. I don't know how I feel about it, but we do ramp ourselves. There's no mana dorks, because you don't want to put them in your graveyard, or at least I don't want to do that. So they're not here. You could, like, play 1, and then you just expect to have it in your hand every game, or something really weird like that, but I don't know. You could also maybe do Sylvan Safekeeper as like a card you can put to the graveyard with your commander, and sometimes you just have it in your opening hand, and then you're not upset at milling it or whatever. But this could just give you a lot of protection when you try to go for anything, but so do cheat death effects like Malakir Rebirth and whatnot, so I'm not really sure about that. Oh yeah, Burgeoning. Oh, right. I was saying no Boreal Grazer Kami, but we do actually have one. I gotta make room for that. Good thing I saw it. That's funny. That's really funny. I don't know about Wishclaw Talisman. I don't really know what I'm trying to put to my hand. But, yeah, alright, so we'll play it like this. What do we take out? What do we take out for this Burgeoning? Honestly, I think I'm just going to take out the Casualties of War. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. It's not here anymore. It's gone. It's fired. Let's re-roll that one. Hey, alright, 2 doable quests. Did I do this? No, I did. I don't remember. Wait, which one was it? This one. Yeah, but then you just give Wishclaw Talisman to your opponent, and then they just have it. And then if you don't win immediately, they just tutor an answer. I don't like Wishclaw Talisman. But who knows? Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I'd rather just not give my opponent that card. Because, again, if you don't immediately win with it, your opponent just gets the best card in their deck, and then you probably just immediately lose. We'll see how necessary that kind of thing is. Alright, well, we have one in hand. Is that a big deal? kind of. I mean, the hand itself isn't really that exciting. Alright, this hand is busted. So that's pretty cool. We like busted hands. Yeah, Wish Claw into casualties and then just blow it up. Alright, there you go. Oh wait, okay. I did this backwards. I know. I could have done this first. I'm sorry. I saw it too late. I could have put these in play. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Whoops. That is funny though. That is actually really funny. Oh wow, yeah, no, that's actually that was actually kind of a big deal. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. I kind of want more mana. But this is fine, right? I mean, this is fine. Okay, so we just do it next turn. Alright, no big deal, no big deal. Everything's fine. Everything is still perfectly okay. We're just slightly a turn slower, but we're playing like 8 mana turns, so it probably just doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter. We'll see. But I could have had it thing stuff in play thing stuff this turn. Or next turn. Alright, the Sleeper Mythic. I must kill, I guess, the one that I don't... Wait, hold on. Let's pay 3 life and kill this. Okay, so I can do this for 3. Oh. I'm going to want to go ahead and do that for 3, so cut down first so I don't mistap. There we are. Have I done Killian the Kid? I'm not sure. I don't remember the name, recognize the name, so I would assume I have not. Okay, it's all down to this final land. It is a strip mine, which doesn't do anything. Oh, yes it does. Yes it does. I cannot cast a 5-minute reanimate anymore. Alright, one of the few outs here the opponent could have. And they had it. Oh, alright. It's a endlessly reanimating strip mine. Excellent. Why not? Sure love that card. Wait, is it a 3-drop? Of course it's a 3-drop. Alright, so I'm just losing for the rest of my years, I guess. Not sure. Well, I have something I can do. It involves my commander dying. Oh, come on. Really? You're gonna station? Alright, so I lost another land, I guess. This is just so stupid. But, I mean, I get to kill it now. It's probably too late. It's ridiculous. Alright, well, here we are. This is our life now. Of course, that completely whiffs. Why wouldn't it? My opponent also has Infinite Crucible Worlds. Fun. Cool. I love Strip Mine. I'm glad it's in the game. Glad it's in the game. I can't wait to play against Strip Mine for the rest of my life. Alright, well, it did matter, and we lost because of it. It's my bad. It mattered, and we lost because of it. I was supposed to play my stuff a turn faster. And, you know, Inquisition just not doing anything at all, as per usual. I don't think this hand does anything at all. But there are a ton of reanimate spells I can simply draw. 1, 2, 3. That seems not correct. I'm not sure what my opponent takes here. Everything is fine. Yeah, everything makes sense here. Well, I can't cast it, so... Let's play... Pillage? For 2? No, that doesn't make sense to me. I did reveal what I drew for the turn, but I want to crack the fetch land. Alright, fortunately there's no stopping this. So, it's just going to happen. I would assume my opponent's turn is their commander? Okay, they steal my cards. Excellent. Very fun. Just how we drew it up. Ooh, excuse me. This is cast. You can keep this just because of Dark Ritual, so I will. Hello. Well, that's kind of funny. Of all the things to get rid of, that is definitely kind of funny. So, I could just reanimate that, and then assume I'm dead. Alright, if I play this, and we get the other 2 cards... Yeah, I'm still actually quite interested in doing this. I don't like Summon Bahamut on turn 2. I just don't like that here. Call me crazy. I don't like it. My opponent could just kill it with a 2-minute spell, and then I just don't have anything. Okay. Well, now we're just winning by a substantial margin. As in, I think I just immediately won the game. But we'll see. Yep. Immediately won. I could have gone for Bahamut last turn. I really just don't know. The only reason I would is to play around my opponent having Reanimate, and then I just lose. But I kind of... No, wait, no, I do not lose, right? I don't lose. I take 9, and then I can Reanimate... No, I don't even take any damage. Okay, yeah, no, there's no reason to play around my opponent having Reanimate here. But without anything to blow up, I really don't know. It just didn't feel right to do this turn, too. It just didn't feel right. Alright, well, we actually won a game. That's cool. You're really here for it. To be fair, I did throw the first one. We would have won the first one if I just played the Ancient Tomb as my land for turn 1. I would have just won that game. So I did throw that one. And then the next one we lost to our opponent just stealing our thing before we could do it. Because Reanimate is in every single black deck ever, I would assume. Inquisition without a black... Oh, wait, we have a black source here. Oof. No, we have to get rid of Inquisition, though. Alright, so be it. Wait. I can get rid of a land, right? Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I would like to Inquisition my opponent. I would like to have that option. Cobra, I don't care about that. Yeah, we'll just take that. It's fine with me. Don't care about that. Unfortunately, don't care about that either. Yeah. And then we just do this for 3. Well, at least all the games are extremely linear and straightforward. Oh, if I had Flare of Cultivation, I'd be so happy here. Do we think our opponent just puts Kendra's Transformation on this for no reason? Is that what we think? Because it doesn't do anything at all. Okay, they do. Alright. Again, I'm pretty sure, as I'm to understand it, that doesn't actually do anything. I drew probably the best card ever. Yeah, or one of the best cards. It's just something that costs less than... less than 5. Alright. We did it. We did the thing. There it is. Way to go. Does that stay in play? Oh, it does? Wow. We did it. Opponents are reading the cards. They're like, why do you have Summon Bahamut? I don't know. Because Victimize. Victimize persist. Oh, this actually has Shroud, right? Or, like, Hexproof, because they don't have any permanence of reward. But, yeah, if my opponent did somehow have permanence at that point, I mean, it's just over. Alright, well, that is funny when it works. To be fair, it's happening faster than I anticipated it to happen. And it's just happening. Alright. I've had it, quite a few games. Again, we did have it in the first game as well. So I've had it more than I haven't so far. I've also not ran into the issue that X for 2 is annoying. I haven't had that happen yet. Can I keep this just off duress? Is this the good one? Yep, it is, so... I don't even have a turn 1 black source. Oh, game. This has a bunch of mana, but then I can't do anything, so... This doesn't do anything. Oh, this doesn't even keep... Alright, well, maybe I draw a black source, and then maybe it matters. We'll see. Opponent gets rid of Ghalta. That's funny. Opponent has a bunch of really weird stuff. Okay. I'm going to take the Temur Ascendancy. Actually, all of these are weird. Yeah, let's take that thing. I don't like what that does. Alright, I need another black source. We need things here. I'm banking on this not mattering. You drew a 1-drop, apparently. Well, that's fascinating. So that's not a black source. Do I play it anyways? What would that accomplish? Nothing? Alright, playing the black source after I play this doesn't matter. Actually, playing this now doesn't matter whatsoever, so I'll just do that. Alright, well, now Kiora just got twice as good. Well, for a deck full of big, scary things, it's only drawn the ramp spells off the top since I've duressed them. Not ideal. Oh, well, yeah, it's a black source. It's a black source, I guess. Same as a land. So I can cast this into... What if I find a land? Then I won't have a reanimate spell. And I kind of want one. I kind of, like, actually need one. Okay, so this is the first instance where having multiple creatures is actually problematic. I'm still going to cast... Actually, do I? What if I just cast this? Yeah, we're going to cast this instead and just get rid of Cut Down. That's fine. I think this is okay. Alright, we're 2 turns away from doing anything. Alright, good, good. We like to see here. They drew another castable card. Alright. Excellent. It was another ramp spell. Alright, so expected outcome is actually happening here. Look at that. Do I minus this Liliana? What is that even doing? I have no idea. Let's do this for 3. That's where everything starts. I really do not know if I'm supposed to minus or plus. I think I'm just gonna minus for the sake of my opponent having slightly less mana, and who knows, maybe that actually does matter. My opponent needs to draw something that stops me. They need to draw something that stops me. They've drawn nothing but ramp spells, essentially. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. They could cast this, but that doesn't matter. So let's hope that's what they end up doing. Opponent's deck is kind of weird for an Eshki deck. This is a bit strange. I like it. I'm still doing all the green stuff, but still, it's kind of cool. Swan Song is definitely strange, though. I don't know why they tapped like that. They didn't have to do that. Yeah, I don't know why they tapped like that. Also, it seems like this Uro... Is that what they drew for the turn? The Uro? I think it was. It's drawn them like 600 cards. Were they in top deck mode? I think they were. My opponent just has a full hand. I just cannot remember. Hello. Well, through all of that, my opponent ends it all with probably a counter spell that's just game winning. This is usually how things work. Yeah, they just top decked Uro and just went up to 600 cards. Sounds about right. Alright, well, it's not like I'm doing anything else. Did you just draw counterspell and the game's over? Okay, did we draw a bounce spell? Like Cyclonic Rift and the game's over? Fascinating. Thank you for roping me out, because that was intellectually challenging. Yep. Top decked like a god. This hand is kind of really slow. Well, whatever. Should probably use cut down. They're kind of the same. They're kind of the same. Do I care about Forsaken Miner? Not really. Not really. I rather just try to find some kind of 3-mana ramp spell. Okay, no such luck. I'll take another land though, for sure. Yeah, I feel like I don't care too much about the Forsaken Miner right now. Okay, we should probably kill this immediately so it doesn't run away with the game, as that is something it can do. I could just do this for 2. Short. We have nothing? Wow. Let's make them sacrifice the token then, so the Forsaken Miner can't come back for free. Alright, well, this is a spot where I highly regret having 3 creatures in my deck. That exact spot. But it's the first time that's happened, so I'm not too worried. Oh, come on, game. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, so there's a bunch of removal spells they could have. I can't really get around the first... Well, yeah, I survived the first one. Oh, they just have Bojuka Bog, of course. Why not? Silly me. I'm going to assume my opponent probably top-decked it, too. Because they had missed their land drop. Unless that was something they were holding on to. Which would be a little weird, but I'm going to assume my opponent just top-decked Bojuka Bog. Probably the only card in their entire deck that does anything. As mono black there. Why? What is going on with... Oops. Anyway, so we've had one opponent top deck Uro, which drew like 600 cards. And then the next it just top decked Bojuka Bog. Alright, well it's mono green, so it doesn't really do anything at all to stop me. It feels as close to an auto win as possible here. There's just not much at all that can stop. Well, this is the same exact opener of the last person. I keep drawing Victimize when I don't need it. Kind of funny. That's another person reading this. A lot of people have not seen this card before. That's kind of funny. Everyone's used to like Shield Druid or something. Yeah, mono green is just gonna struggle. Take those. Unless it's Tifa, I suppose Tifa on the play is more than fast enough to stop my anything ever. What? I don't even know what this is. I can't even make out the image. What is... What? 7 mana, 8/8. When it enters, each opponent taps stuff, stun counters. Oh my goodness. Alright. You got it. That is deep. I will say that. Oh, it's a brony too. Oh no. Alright, so I can do it for 2 right now, which I don't want to. Can I cast this for Cleave? Nope. Alright, kind of a weird turn. It is what it is. I'd probably just lose a mana drain anyways, honestly. Got nothing to do. Alright, so let's cast this, because I don't lose to mana drain. Oh. Okay, sure. Well, they haven't really cast anything yet. I'm not sure if that's going to change. Okay, it sort of changed. Sort of. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Interesting commander, but the cards are still the same. I cannot Fatal Push, right? Yeah, nothing happened that would make me fatal. Yeah, Revolt didn't happen. Alright, perfect 2 lands. Excellent. Oh, they don't even take the second land. Crazy. To be fair, I wouldn't either. I just find it on top again anyways. It's actually the same one, too. I think that's the same one. Wait, are you just not casting Primeval Titan? Obstinate Baloth? What? Okay, alright, so we do non-token creature. I mean, I can't play around. I mean, I have to play around whatever my opponent's got going on there. And then play this and swing. I'm not gonna block. Another spot where we're just not losing to mana drain, so I'm gonna cast this card. Find myself Duress or something. Okay. Spell Pierce. Another strange card. Another strange card. I haven't seen Spell Pierce in quite a while. I'm kind of wishy-washy on it. Spell Pierce is getting better. I'm still not consistently ever playing it, though. But it is getting better. Same with Miscast. It's just getting better as time goes on. Alright, yet again, more double blue dumbness. There's basically nothing at all I can do about it. Looks like it is probably a counter spell. And again, there's actually just nothing I can do at all about that. So, you got it. Excellent. Is there any reason to block this? Kind of? Can I hold priority after damage has been dealt? I can? Okay. Can we not have another counterspell, please? That'd be great. Whatever. I mean, you got it. Whatever. What's with the... Bro, I can't beat any bronies. I don't know why. It's like I have... my brony repellent just isn't working. I don't know what it is. I just can't beat them. I don't know why. My opponent didn't even have a commander. They just didn't have a commander. It was like some random draft card. But it doesn't matter because you're just like the best color combination in the format. I just got completely dumpstered. I need a brony counter. Like in the top left or something. If you can't beat them, don't you dare say it. Sure. Well, we couldn't have tutored for it there. Also, Defense Grid wouldn't have stopped my opponent in that specific spot. Just would not have stopped them. They could still cast all of the things that stopped me. So that would not do much in that specific game. Fatal Push, Demonic Spaghetti. Let's take Bitter Blossom. I don't like what that's doing here. Yeah, I kind of like Veil of Summer, I guess. Veil of Summer, but Defense Grid is kind of weird. Like, specifically against... just like, I don't... Wait, how do you actually cast this? Search for a demon. You need Delirium. Okay. Did I play a land? I did. Okay. It's another deck that might struggle severely with any significant stuff. I do not need this land. Alright, there's, again, almost nothing that they could have that's really concerning. Oh, wait a minute, that's not true. That's not true at all. Okay, there wasn't a Bojuka Bog. They could have tutored for that. Now the game is over, yeah. They don't have a second card to do the thing. They should have probably plus Liliana on the off chance I randomly get rid of one of these, which I would not have done, but that's probably just the right line. Bojuka Bog would have just ended the game there, so that is funny. Would have lost immediately. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Jund matchup, unless it specifically has Reanimate, is too big of a deal. I don't really expect a lot of Bojuka Bogs. I actually don't really like Bojuka Bog in Historic Brawl. It's just a monocolored tap land most of the time. I just don't really like playing it. Actually, I wouldn't recommend it. Do I even have... No, I don't even have a Brony avatar or sleeve. I couldn't join them if I wanted to. Yeah, I don't have one. Unless I've, like, psychically removed it from my mind. Pretty sure I don't have one, though. This is a weird one. This is also a weird one. I have to draw a Reanimate spell, and then it's slightly less weird. Strip Mine loop? I mean, by the time you stop the Strip Mine loop with Bojuka Bog, it's just too late. Like, if they've... it's way too late. It's the other side of the game. It doesn't matter anymore. And there's not nearly enough graveyard hate or graveyard strategies in Historic Brawl yet that I'm ever playing it. But it's something to think about. I can't say it's completely wrong. I do see it from time to time. Obviously, when you're playing a graveyard deck, it feels miserable to see, but it's not going to be the case most of the time. Let's do this. I could have probably used the Into the North on the Chrome box and felt maybe slightly less bad about things. I'm not saying you're running one, I'm just saying in general. Well, I wouldn't recommend anyone to play them. Unless I did say you were running one, then whoops. How dare you? Or how dare me? Man, why am I so prone to blame you for everything? What is wrong with me? Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have kept that land on top. The white ley line, right? The hexproof one? Or ley line of the void? Look, if someone puts Ghostly Prison in their deck, I'll put Ghostly Prison in my deck. It's a mythic though, which is just abysmal. Or it was a mythic last time I looked. I love Ghostly Prison. I would say that one's kind of fine because it's oh, I just like it. What does Dust Bowl do? Do I have to care? No, I don't. So the only thing that matters is drawing a Reanimate spell, which my hand didn't have, and now it does. Big and true. Alright, I don't know what my opponent could possibly do, but I'm sure there is in fact something. Again, it's mono green. Kind of just going through the motions here. They can't have Bojuka Bog. They can have that weird land that does the same thing. I think it's a desert. I've never seen anyone play the desert before, but it is a thing you could technically do. And in a monocolored deck, especially green, you can just play as many colorless jank mana sources as you want. Like, my opponent's probably never actually used this, but you might as well, because you're monocolored and you're in the color that has by far the easiest time of it. Okay, so they can brokers 15 times. Could I have survived? I actually did beat triple strip mine, if that's what my opponent had. I do survive that, which is really funny. Mana Rocks kind of help quite a bit with that. But any ramp spell would do the same. I don't know what they're taking their time on here. They were thinking about something for a second. I don't know what. They're getting triple tapped land too, which is very slow. Very slow for Azusa. Okay, they just decided they want it to gain less life. I'm not really sure why. Let's do that and most assuredly win the game. So I misclick. Which is possible. We can misclick. We're not above that. Alright. They had more than enough permanents to keep Azusa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, they could sack all their lands. No, they sacked this and that. And then they keep 2 lands, Azusa. They go up to 5 lands next turn, let's say. Let's say, ideally not tapped lands. Oh, they can pull the sacked lands out of the graveyard. They go up to 5, and they're not totally screwed. So, I wonder if ever there was a way to come back. I don't know what that 5 mana could do, truly, though. It would have to significantly impede this. So, like, Kenrith's Transformation, sack another 2 lands, and then what? What do I do? Summon Bahamut, blow this up? Huh. There was a line this game kept going. Yeah, the strip mine enjoyer is conceding when they don't... They're the ones getting strip mined. Oh yeah, Ketramos could like it. It's not free in Ketramos. It's really, really not free. Especially if you do run Gemstone in Ancient Tomb. It's kind of hard to just play this weird desert. But it definitely has Bojuka Bog, at least. I'd say that. I don't think I ran the desert. Again, it's just colorless. Oof. Oof. It's not the same as a monocolored deck there. I don't think I've seen it from a Ketramoth Truther. Oh, hey. I got Meteor Crater. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. We did it. We beat the game. The Exile Desert. The colorless tap 2 sack a desert exile graveyards. Oh, you're talking about Ghost Vacuum. Oh, whoops. When did you say that? Oh, I missed it. Whoops. Yeah, Ghost Vacuum's fine. Ghost Vacuum is fine. Well, can't really do anything with that one. Oh, come on. Why does this... What are you doing? Wait a minute. Is this fine? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, wait, hold on. We can actually just keep this and cast it. Now, this might not be a good idea, but I really don't want to mulligan further. So I don't really care. Let's do... What's the sweatiest turn 1 play? I think this is. Let's do green here. Do this. Ancient Bomb. That here. Alright, we have a lot of mana. I can cast Stick for 2. And then I can commence the LARPing. There's 2 lands that are colorless at Exile Graveyards, right? I think there's a second one. Or tap for colorless. I know Bojuka Bog is technically colorless. Har har har. It doesn't really matter what they copy. Probably just copy the creature for the sake of it. Okay, no. I feel like that was reasonable enough. Alright. Now that we've drawn one of these, we're sad that we drew the Arden, but maybe it's still just fine. We'll see. Alright, the next turn I can summon Bahamut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can do that. Maybe they get distracted with my commander. You're not familiar with a lot of the space lands? Yeah, that's fair. A lot of them are definitely weird. Wait, what the heck? When this enters, return a creature you control to its owner's hand? Oh. Okay. So all untapped blue lands let you just keep doing that, I guess? Like all untapped blue sources? The Ancient Ziggurat taps for blue here, doesn't it? Why did they not do it again? That's weird. Oh, I guess because they just drew another blue source and they didn't have to worry about it. Works out. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Okay, well, we can't just do the busted thing because we have it in hand, so we gotta do this. Liliana, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that is not doing anything. And they're not gonna block, I'm just gonna swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So next turn I can do the thing. Might be way too late though. Oh yeah, there's the black MDFC Bojuka Bog, that's right. But that's not true colorless. That actually is black. That actually is just straight up. That is straight up black. Ketrametra? I don't know what Ketrametra is. Ketramos? I'm confused. Okay, they didn't float blue. Which, to be fair, I guess if you don't hit blue lands, drawing a card doesn't actually accomplish all that much, so. Seek a land whenever you cast a creature? Oh, I see. Is that better than Tireless Provisioner? How do you... Wait, what? They just declined to put a land into play? I think? Why did they do that? I don't understand. What's the idea? Not even in paper? It's just the desert? That's funny. don't know what the idea there was. They just didn't... Maybe it was the Boseiju and they're like, I don't want to put it in play, and then they changed their mind. They could have Boseiju'd summon Bahamut if that mattered to them. Supposedly it does not. Man, this card is nuts. I don't think I've ever seen... Yeah, I have not seen this happen. And if I have, I don't remember. That's pretty cool, though. So this is a human, right? Yeah. Not that it matters, but... Alright. I think we win. It would be extremely impressive if my opponent got out of this. It would be very, very, very impressive. But hey, we've seen crazier stuff. Kulane can just not be cast again, that's for sure. Just can't be a thing again. It's just died too much, losing too much mana. If it's just Uro, it's not enough. So they need like a sweeper? They kept Ancient Ziggurat, which does not tap for normal mana. Oh, they didn't block. What? Oh, it's got Menace! It has Menace! They had to keep 2 creatures. It's actually the Sleeper Annihilator 12. They had to keep 2 creatures there. I'm not gonna lie to you, that had not come up yet. But yeah, that's definitely why they did what they did. Although, again, this doesn't tap for anything except for creatures. I don't know if you have to keep this land. It doesn't even help you tap for this, if you want to activate that or something. So, I think that's a bit of a mistake. You could easily just keep a Hallowed Fountain or a Breeding Pool and be fine, I would say. So, definitely not a thing I would recommend doing here. But yeah, they needed to keep a second creature, block with both of them, and then be down to 2 lands. And then there's nothing at all that they could possibly do that I'm thinking of. So, all right. Shrieking Drake. I think that's that upside down triangle looking thing. That's Visions. Mirage is the tree, like the palm tree or something. Do 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 do. Trying to sell me this Wishclaw talisman. Snake oil. Snake oil, I say. Can I keep this on duress and then just not lose it to not drawing a green source? Probably not gonna do. Was that on the play? I was? Okay. Oh, I guess I wasn't. Wait, was I? Oh, right. My opponent went to 6? Oh, I guess so. Oh yeah, it's Vivi. Of course this has unlocks. Right. People call me crazy, but here it is. Time and time again. Do I need another green source? No, I do not. Yes, oh, there are some cards that make me want to have it. You can't see the watermarks? That's funny. Tormod's Crypt is unfortunately really good against me, so I'm not really sure what to do against that, but we'll see. Opponent did not activate their stuff. Don't know why. Could they have just equipped? They could have just equipped for free there. Unless they spent the mana, I wasn't paying attention. They must have. Okie dokie. They're gonna lose that last card in their hand. Is there any reason to keep this card in my hand? I don't actually think there is. My opponent won't ever let me do anything with it, so I just would argue there's no real reason to keep it. I'm not sure what my outs are anymore without my like stuff, like my graveyard. But we'll see.
They did not cast Vivi again. They could have. They have to play the last card out of their hand, so it's most likely a land. Well, Guardian Idol is a clock. There we go. Yeah, these don't do anything. Well, I mean, actually, yes, they kind of do. Yes, they kind of do. Because they have to stop... Wait, can I do this one? They have to stop this, right? They have to Tormod's Crypt. And then I can go in later. So this kind of works. I can just go for something else later. They did not get a Surveil Land. Wise beyond their years. Draws a land, sure. This dies to the thing in play. Opponent doesn't seem to care. Don't blame them. Do I need more mana? Not necessarily. So what I could do... Oh wait, what would... Let's do this for 2. What I could do is just keep the land in my hand. Wow, we might actually beat Sporadic Graveyard Hate. Look at that. Why does every deck hate graveyards? Wait, they do have a Surveil Land. What? Why didn't they... Okay. Flusterstorm, sure. They just run it as a 0 mana kind of trigger for VV, but, you know, it's not really that useful here. In most games. Alright, get wrecked. Get wrecked. Nice Tormod's Crypt. My opponent actually conceded in a spot where, like, I didn't show them a reanimate spell. You know, like, I just didn't show them it. And they still conceded, so I guess I technically didn't even need this. Liliana keeping Vivi shut down forever is probably too much, but this deck can just draw slowly and stuff. But if there's not a lot to stop Liliana, I think it will harass them way too much with the plus and the minus. Never really needing the -6, so cool. We beat a Chrome Mox Vivi, which I guess is just Vivi in general, because they all have the Mox. My opponent did actually mulligan to 6 for it, so it's only fair. I don't think my opponent was surprised on sight. They didn't emote or anything. Probably just an expected outcome, really. There were no protection spells in the entire arsenal of cards that my opponent saw there, so... it has to be on their radar. Loot on the spaghetti noodle. Sure. We have a high range of decent top decks, so I'm going to keep this hand. This is where this can't be cast in turn 2. First time it's come up. Where I wish this was Oath of Green. Let's play this and nothing. MATLAB? I don't... Is this a person? Who are people? What are people? Okay, this is a 3-drop, so we just continue with our steady, calm journey of doing other things, I guess. Is this like another YouTuber or something? Don't recognize the name. Okay, well. It's a program mathematicians use. Imagine knowing nerd stuff like that. Actually imagine. Okay, so there is a chance we just auto-lose because it's a mono-green deck right here, but we'll see. So far, we are, in fact, auto-losing. Excellent. I'm sure I'll get to have fun eventually. And that fun will probably be next game. Oh look, it's Vivi. Just what I wanted to play against. I don't even think I'm winning even if I do the thing I want to do at this point. So I think the game is just over. And I'm gonna snooze them out. Because I guess having people watch you play is more fun than playing against people. It also was mono green, but they only played like islands and stuff. Like a lot of islands, very strange. Rurik Thar is bananas. I love me a Rurik Thar deck. Is it fast enough? Let's find out. Let us find out there. Right. Cultivate would have been a kind of a god tier draw there, actually, not gonna lie to you. Alright, let's do this. Let's get another forest. Play the forest, and then I can play this because I do not need Worn Power Stone for any reason. There's no reason to play it. Doesn't do anything. We stop at 5 mana. Just don't need it. Oh, I thought they were firing up the layer. I'm like, wait a minute. Can I play this first? Nope. Again, I don't need to. It's probably a good idea to stop Ragavan from randomly stealing a creature out of my deck. This is another ideal outcome to stop that, is just leaving up black mana. But again, I just don't need more mana. I don't think the Worn Power Stone is right, which I said at the beginning, and so far I've been right every time. It's only really good if I'm like stranded with a creature in my hand, and at that point it's probably just not good enough. So I don't like this. It just feels a bit weird. All right, I should just win here. Should just be winning. I don't think there's anything my opponent can do. Except hope I just misclick. It's satisfying when your opponent, like, can't choose 10 and their whole board just goes... Like, they can't click anything, it just does it for them. It's kind of funny. Alright, yeah, Ragavan didn't randomly steal a creature, but it did steal a Cultivate. I would have maybe have liked to cast that, but oh well. Let's reevaluate this artifact here. So we don't really utilize 3-mana ramp spells that much. Yeah, Soul Ring tapped and costing 3. Perfectly balanced. Probably right where it should be. Any less than that and it's insane. I mean, some people still think it's really good. I mean, if you're not green, sure, yeah. I see it a lot. I don't know if we want it here. Let me turn on my lamp. I don't know if we want it. Oh, Tana with the resub. Welcome back. My OG welcome, I think, was welcome to the Beehive. But then I got a bit older and I felt like that was really cringe, so I stopped saying it. I did just say it there though, so. It's fine if I miss my lands. Okay, well then it should just be a land then. You solved the issue. Congratulations. If that's true, then it should actually just be a land. If it's only good when I miss a land, then it should literally be a land. Yeah, it's nasty when it works, and not when it doesn't. So far, there's only been one game where X for 2 has been a problem. The Buzz Patrol? I think I could say Buzz Patrol and still be able to make fun of bronies. I think I still could have both of those, so maybe Buzz Patrol could be... It could work. Alright, what do we got on 2 mana? I'm really interested in 2 mana ramp spells, so... Can't be creatures. This lets me tap my commander, so in some convoluted way it does work. Buried Treasure only works once, so if I do Stick Fingers for 3, I'd have to then play another Mana Source app. Maybe that's fine, actually. It doesn't feel great. Mimic is the same, right? What about you? Only creatures? Yeah. Meh. I don't think I'm running the instant speed reanimate. Dang it. Oh, I have to play Emergent Sequence. No. It's so bad. Ugh. I mean, it is doing what I really want to do, so... I'm not going to shave a reanimate spell. Although... So, Victimize hasn't worked out at all. Maybe I could take out that. Strixhaven has a lot of rares in it, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe Victimize doesn't do anything. I'd need maybe a fourth creature for Victimize. So far, I've been not impressed with it. I could actually also just take out Summon Bahamut and just try to do the 2 thing. So, like, take this out, take out Persist, and then magically find more Rampant Growths. What is 2 mana that adds mana to the battlefield for you? Oh, Bauble. There's 2 Baubles now, isn't there? Isn't there 2? Yeah, there's 2 Baubles. Oh, excellent. Excellent. What instant reanimate are we talking about here? This one? I would probably not play this one, because I have to have my commander in play, and this doesn't seem really worth it. This one. That was fine. Get rid of one of the random ones. I think one of these doesn't have any additional text on it, that one. You can foretell this one. I guess. Wait, Blood for Bones. Did we? Okay, I'm gonna take that one out too. Yeah, I'm gonna take that one out too. I don't really like the having my stick fingers need to be in play idea. Alright, let's see what happens now. I feel like my deck either got better or it didn't. Okay, it feels like it got better with this hand alone, but it's a green deck, so who knows. Do we turn 1 Inquisition against an opponent who didn't do anything on turn 1? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'd rather do this. It is essentially making my whole situation a turn slower to actually accomplish said scenario. So. Yeah, see, this is another game where just X to 2, N to 5 is just better than anything else. I mean, I did have Ancient Tomb, so it's not like it actually really mattered, but, you know, who's paying attention? So now we have Inquisition for next turn to get through a wall of dangerous spaghetti. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Malevolent Rumble? Oh yeah, that puts a little dude in play, right? Kind of like that. Cool. I win. Neat. Just how we drew it up. More discard might be interesting as well. Just to get around, you know, the danger. It doesn't actually stop things like Bojuka Bog, but I'd hardly care about that, honestly. Oh wow, it's another Rudy Enjoyer. Look at that. Ooh, this hand is really on the draw. I don't think so. It's not Luris. Oh, well, of course. Opponent named Citizen? Why did they name Citizen? It's weird. Did they have to name Citizen there? Yeah, I guess so. Oof! Opponent, what happened? Alright, so now we just need a reanimate spell. Oh, never mind, I have one in hand. Never mind. Well, bouncing this doesn't do anything. Why are they mousing over my land? What are you doing? Okay. Looks like the green source is extremely good, huh? That Menadork is extremely good. Get totally wrecked. Don't feel bad about that at all. Actually, I kinda do. My opponent was playing a weird commander. But, I mean, if they untapped, they could just have a game there, right? There's like 2 nanoseconds from having the game. So, for the sake of simplicity, I'm just gonna get Overgrown Tomb. Put this on black. I don't think my life total matters. So this makes my... Their commander has the thing enter tapped, which unfortunately is quite problematic. There's not really anything I can do about that, though. Not really anything I can do. Except, like, kill it or something. Which I guess I kind of have to? Alright, this probably takes... the defossilize? Yeah, sure. Nothing else matters. Still extremely susceptible to immediately losing the game, though, unfortunately. But that's just the nature of this matchup. I do have a removal spell, but I now don't have the reanimate. And there's still stuff like Bojuka Bog and whatnot, I would presume. I will cut down the 1/1 so they can't sack it to Thalia. And I don't imagine cut down's doing much else than that, so yeah. Alright, I did draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I still probably should just wait a turn. I think that would be a good idea, so I'm going to wait a turn. Opponent did not crack their land on their own end step. Interesting. Okay, let's kill Thalia now. I think that's a good idea. So now we have it, unless something really bad happens, which is possible. It is possible. I don't just suddenly have... The opponent has cards in their hand. It's not like they're gone. Okay. Very good sign. Very good sign. So now there's only 1 mana possible. And they already cast Thoughtseize. Alright, we win. Huge. Look at that. Get schmiedet. Get schmiedet. Yeah, hey, look at that. We beat a Thoughtseize. We beat a Thoughtseize. We did it. Yeah, because this makes your stuff enter tapped, and that's obviously not a good idea. So that probably just me losing the game. If they ever had interaction and they just didn't leave it up, they're going to be kind of sad. But, I don't know. My hand was revealed. They knew what my top decks could be. Do I want more of that? What has not done anything at all? Honestly, I don't really like Shieldred's Edict. It's good against Tifa, but I haven't seen a single Tifa. And it's only good when you have it. It's not... Otherwise, yeah. Another reanimate spell is fine, because we're just trying to do the same thing every single game. So I think another reanimate is okay. Another discard spell is also sort of okay. Can we ego drain? Can we do this? I don't need a fairy. Most hands can pretty easily get rid of a card, but I don't know if that's ever really worth it. I mean, it's the same thing as grief. It's the same thing as grief. Except I don't have to exile a black card. I think we should try this. 5-mana Liliana. Do I own that? No, I don't own it. Get wrecked. That's on my list. Yeah, that's been on my list for a while, actually. This has been on my list for a while as a commander to play. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Maybe instead of black market connections, I can play in something like this, Grim Tutor, to just find what I need instead of doing whatever black market might be doing. But black market with Dark Ritual is still just like too good. I can also just not do anything. Just to change that one thing I did and move on. Oh no, it's Garuda. Oh no. Ooh, no ramp. Can I keep this do nothing for 3 turns? Actually, kind of 4, because I don't think Liliana's a really efficient 3-minute card, so probably not. Reanimate gives me weird outs. Probably worth attempting. It's also just a lot of mana because of the Ancient Tomb, but it's all colorless. Not great. Not great. Not great. Alright, let's do this. And then play this and go into this? No, that's stupid. My opponent deliberately exiled a blue card. That would be dumb. Now we do it. Because it's like so obviously mana drain or something stupid, so. Alright, I did it in their combat so they don't get the mana as well. Get totally wrecked. Wow, that was one of the best things I've ever done in the game. Get wrecked. That was one of the best lines I've ever taken. Oh, I feel so good about that. Yeah, we do it in the main or something so they don't float the mana. Not that it matters, but yeah, sniffing out the counterspell there was huge. I had to let them untap with this, and then once I hit this, they either counter it or they just let it go. And then I have the old stick fingers reanimate this turn. Oh, that was... Yes, look at that. Actual 4D chess right there. I did it. I beat the game. Mythic, here we come. I wonder what I would play if there was a ranked version of this format. I don't really know. I have no idea what I'd play. Probably Tifa. It would have to be green. That's without a doubt. I do like Tifa, but I also like Keenan. Can I keep this? Nope. Probably can't keep this either. Nope. Just literally cannot do nothing that long. It's just game losing to do that. Do I need more reanimate spells? Probably. I don't think I need that card, so... Alright. We just have it, unless they have... Actually, I have no idea what they could have here. Just have no idea. You can't wash away. It has to be stifle. It's most assuredly wash away, but it has to be stifle. And it wasn't stifle, so... Oh, okay, it's the same exact thing. Sure. Don't do it. Okay, we won. Right? Do we? Do we win? We get the card back, right? Yeah, I do. There could be a flicker effect or something. I'm not sure. That last min is annoying here. I'm just going to cast Cut Down. That's just the right thing to me, so... They took the cut down. Alright, you got it. So, lose the swords? Don't have swords? Alright, we win. No, it's still Stifle! Come on! Dude, who plays Stifle? What are you doing, dude? How do you have Stifle as well? It's like I conjured it into existence. That is so dumb. Whatever. Come on. Stop. Having stuff. Alright, do it again. Alright, what do you got? There's no conceivable way in which you have another thing that stops this. It's literally impossible. It's actually just not a thing you can do. Come on. No way. Stop. Okay, alright. Okay. I was about to say, that's crazy. Oh, that would have been crazy. If my opponent won this game, I would have probably just uninstalled, actually. That would have probably been the last thing you would ever see me do on the internet. Like, ever, if they won this game. Oh my goodness. This, wait a minute, isn't this just like the weirdest of things to have? At the beginning of your end step, lose 4 or more life. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 3 or greater. It's like, none of this has to do with Y'shtola. It's just wild. Alright, you got it. Bro, if they had tails then, now they got it. Keyboard is being thrown, let's be real. 2 more games, we can do it. Come on, we can do it. Please. Come on. Clement? I don't even know what that is. I don't even... Yep. Okay, it's the red-white one, but the thing doesn't tell you up here, and it should. We saw on the other screen, though. Okay, red-white Clement. Do I care about this hand? Sure, it can be too slow. There's a world where this isn't good enough. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Looks like the hand is fine now, actually, because, yeah. That kind of made my hand better, if that makes any sense. Because, like, that was their turn 1 playing. We're not playing this for 6 years anyway, so that was one of the better things that could have happened. There's a Clement enjoyer here. Alright, well, I'm gonna kill it. My opponent doesn't get to have fun if I don't. Okay, that was probably one of the better draws, I think. Wow, a tap land, huh? Weird. Wait, what? Okay. It has flying. Yep. So we cast this. Completely and utterly ignore what my opponent's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can cast my commander next turn. Okay, sure. Another tapped land. Gee. Oh, well, this one has text on it, I guess. This person has a Clement of each color. That's kind of funny. That's kind of cool, though, I guess. That's neat. Neaterino. Is the red-white one capable of stopping me? We'll find out really quick, let me tell you. Opponent, don't do it. Oh, opponent, no! They actually had the answer. They just straight up had the answer. So I'm going to assume that the other card is an answer? Because they just had it? Oh, that's tragic. Tragic. Well, maybe they'll be aware of it next time. Aware for next game. I'm just gonna remove more permanents before I cast my... Oh, they also kept the Curse of Silence. Wow. Really? Sure. I mean, they're not aware of what's going on. We've figured that part out. But still kind of interesting there. Let's do that. Just get some stuff out of the way. Not that any of this matters, but I'm just going to cast my spells because I want to, and you just really can't stop me. We've cyberbullied the Clement Enjoyer. How is Arduin always being discarded? Stick fingers. It always puts the same 2 creatures in my graveyard because it mills until you hit creatures, and there's only 2 in my deck. For the old weird combo thing we've got going on here. If you were here at the beginning, like a loyal fan, you would have known this. But nope. Mythic Plus is more important. It's alright. I forgive you. I haven't done a single Mythic Plus key. Ugh, I don't want to. I don't want to, please. I'm so fried of Mythic Plus. I'm so burnt out. So burnt out. It looks like it's really easy to get to 2,500 though, so I don't have to really think about it, maybe. But I'm gonna have to be around for a carry, because I can't. I just can't do it. Hey, we did it! We did it against... What is this? Wait, I wasn't even looking. I was complaining about something else, on a different game. We did it. Alright. I saw a bunch of different decks today. That's kind of crazy. Wow, I got 15 wins really, really fast with something I had absolutely no respect for. What's Collodon? It looks like a Transformer, except for some reason it's just like some old black guy. As like a head instead of a car part. It looks exactly like a Transformer. Oh, he's in a car. I didn't even notice that. Okay, let me actually read it. Mounts and vehicles have haste. Whenever you mount... Wait, whenever a mount... It becomes saddled when... I mean, yeah. Yeah. All of the stuff that you could play with this is probably doable in standard. So you can win. I don't know. It's not bad in standard, you're just playing board. Okay, yeah, there you go. So yeah, standard, sure. I don't know about anything other than standard, though. Okay, we're done. I did the thing 15 times. Somehow. This won my 15 daily wins extremely quickly. I mean, most days I stream, I actually don't get to 15 wins. This got there very fast. Now, to be fair, the games are over quickly whether you win or lose, but this was way better than I thought. I initially had zero respect for this. I thought this was a complete waste of time, but it's not, because not only are there a fair amount of people that are extremely unprepared for it, they just don't know what you're doing, and then it's just too late, right? You're also green, and the green brain... anti-green brain is to just sort of kill the green stuff that your opponent does, and we don't do any of that, so all of your opponent's weird removal, like cut down and fatal push, just like don't work if they're mulliganing for it or whatever. There's a little bit of a benefit to that. We're also, it seemed to be in a lower bracket, which kind of surprised me, but maybe it makes sense. If you put this in a higher bracket, I suppose it would get stomped by everybody, I'm not sure. Graveyard Hate is not anything you should ever respect or try to play around, so don't play... there's not really actually anything you can do about it, to be honest with you. But the Graveyard Hate has to show up at the right time, and then it has to do the right thing, right? You can't just randomly play Bojuka Bog on turn 3, and then it didn't exile the right cards, but you played it for your land for the turn. I believe there was one player in the sea of people that actually just refused to play the game until I put stuff in my graveyard. So like they just held on to their land, which was Bojuka Bog, and the moment they played it, I did lose. But I'm pretty sure they did top deck it, and they were stuck on one land with Ashnod. I'm not sure. But if they did keep the Bojuka Bog, that's kind of galaxy brain there. But it seemed like they were not keeping it. I don't know. But Graveyard Hate in general, Tormod's Crypt is sometimes sees play, and I guess VV for the trigger, but it's not something to concern yourself with. You can just simply move on to the next game anyways. And again, there's just not a lot of it. And this is not the kind of thing that would ever make me feel like I have to run more than I am, right? You can simply just run removal to kill Ardin, and it doesn't matter, right? You can just kill this, exile it or whatever, and you don't need Graveyard Hate. So, just not a fan of Graveyard Hate. Historic Brawl is not really going crazy with graveyard-based strategies. Now, with Strip Mine, Crucible World stuff, maybe there's more of a reason to do it than there was 2 seconds ago. But even still, not quite there. Incidental Graveyard Hate that you can splash into your deck. Sometimes you could run the black cantrip with Escape on Cling to Dust. Could maybe be a thing you see randomly sprinkled in decks that want just cycling, cantripping, whatever cards, Esper Control or Y'shtola or something, I don't know. But it's not really something to concern yourself with. And again, even if you were concerned about it, there is not really anything you can do. I did find that Victimize and Persist, I thought that those were very important to this kind of strategy because having more things to do faster is just a good idea. This is kind of, an ever increasing or decreasing turn limit format, so it's not super friendly to like slow weird stuff. And this is teetering on the edge of it. I won faster than I thought. The Victimize Persist with the third creature was actually just questionable. I didn't know if it was good or not. I thought it was going to be good. Really, I wasn't 100% on it, but it wound up just sort of getting in the way. So I took it out, and then I started winning faster. I could play this for 2 instead of 3 every time, which for the most part wasn't too big of a deal. But if I could go all in on playing this for 2, I could also play things that get me to 4 mana extremely quickly. It's really strange to play a card like this instead of, Delighted Halfling, but, it can't get killed by your opponent's stuff, and it does what we want it to do. There is a second one of these in green now. We have this. It's just another Wayfarer's Bauble. And those just go right in, like 2 into 4 is what this wants to do, and then you're right into 5 with the land the next turn to reanimate your thing, right? So 2 into 4 into 5. That's basically every game. I don't even know if Binding makes sense. This could be another 5-mana reanimate spell, and if you can somehow find yet another rampant growth effect, you could do that as well. But like, even the 3s, you could probably, with a deck like this, full stop, run every 5-mana reanimate spell, all the reanimate spells at 1 and 2 mana, and then just call it a day, right? And just try to do that every game. If it doesn't work, play the next game. Move on, so on and so forth. Your opponent must answer it, or they're screwed. I was even running Ego Drain. This is essentially the same as Grief, except Grief is free. This obviously is not free. It's not exactly the same. But you are getting a card out of your hand. You get to choose the card, though. Unlike Grief, it has to be a black card. So this is kind of just fine. This effect is probably... I don't know if this is the top 10 1-minute discard spell things that people are doing, but I mean, I've never actually seen anyone cast this. It's just fine. Just protecting your combo is all that matters, and you could just get rid of a redundant reanimate spell, or maybe a redundant removal spell, or a redundant land. Like, it's easy enough to just cast a card like this, but you don't really need it. There's a lot of weird discard spells you could just run. And if you were reading answers, you can just play, or reading into or running into too many answers from your opponent, you could just run 2 mana discard spells like Pilfer or whatnot, Cruel, Claws, Heist, and whatnot, to just have more discard and then just wait a turn on your combo, assuming your opponent isn't killing you. It's kind of hard to be killed by damage by the time, you get to that point in the game, but it's possible. It's certainly possible, I suppose. Flare and Harrow and Cultivate, I did take out the 3 mana Soul Ring, Worn Power Stone, and I think these are still okay-ish, but they're definitely not the same. If you're playing one of these as your ramp spell, that means you probably had something else instead of a ramp spell on turn 1 or 2, which means you need to do something else, right? Like, if you want to cast Cultivate as the first spell in a game, you're probably going to lose. I know that sounds weird. Maybe not so much in the bracket we were against, like just the opponents we saw, but in general, if the first thing you do is Cultivate, that's usually just lights out. It's just not fast enough to be the first thing you do. Unless, of course, you have Mox or Ancient Tomb or Gemstone on the draw. Then it is kind of fine. But unless you have that, it can't be the first thing you do on turn 3. You need to do something in Historic Brawl on the first 2 turns. Every single game, I think there's no questions asked. If your opponent doesn't, and they still win, it's probably because there's some kind of control deck, or we're leaving up mana drain that you are forced to play around the entire time. But most of the time, you can't just skip 2 turns. The format is way too unforgiving for that kind of slow stuff. But yeah, the 3 mana slot and the 4 mana slot could definitely be changed. I know Zombify works, so this can just simply stay. It's not like it's bad anyways. But yeah, if you're stuck at 4 mana and you never get the 5th thing, then yeah, this works. Same with Reanimate and that other one, Assemble from Spaghetti. Yeah, Assemble from Parmesan. So those still work if you're at 4 mana. Binding, yeah, I just think it could be something else. A 2 mana removal spell would be fine here. Remember, you can't play like Murderous Rider because it's a creature. What else can you not do? Well, that's about it. Yeah, the 2-card combo is viable. I just truly didn't think so. So this felt significantly better than the last time I played it. Actually, we can go look at that list. I can go look. I don't think I changed it at all here, right? Yeah, no, I went to change it and I just copied it and made a second one. So this was, again, I think 2-ish years ago. This is kind of a time capsule. It's really funny. This has 55 lands in it because Cultivator Colossus is just, something that you could rather consistently get to with this if you have enough ramp spells and whatnot. But as you can see, we've come quite a long way to a substantial degree. Oh, look, it has Altar in it. That's funny. I said I didn't even like Altar. I kind of would not play this now. Yeah, there's just so many things have shown up since the last time I played this. I don't even think we had Cultivate in the game last time I played this card. There's obviously no Ancient Tomb or anything. And this is trying to go for value and not some kind of combo. I don't even think there was a combo you could do at the time. Except this, if you consider that a combo. I mean, it's a ton of lands, but it doesn't inherently win. I was even running Wormcoil Engine. Jeez, crazy. But yeah, you can see we've come a long Assassin's Trophy. Oh, man. Boy. Come a long way since those days, let me tell you. But yeah, this is viable. I like this. I think it was, super heavy into black. I found myself really not going for a second green source ever. Which, Flare, if it wasn't for the ability to sack my commander, I just wouldn't play this. But you can just sack it for free, right? You just immediately do it. It's not a big deal. But it is double green. I don't know if I'm a big fan of just hard casting this, which sometimes I did find myself, doing that as the quote-unquote ramp spell of the game. So there might just be a better one. I am playing this. I think this is one of the worst cards in the game, but unfortunately, one of the worst Rampant Growths, if not the worst Rampant Growth in the game. It is effectively a mana dork, right? A 2-mana mana dork, and that's just okay, I guess. if you look at it like that, it's not really too big of a deal. There are plenty of people who play plenty of 2-mana mana dorks. But the reason I think this is just so bad is because if you're interested in this effect, you're probably playing something like Tatyova or the new Tatyova Init or whatever, the red-green one. It's landfall stuff. It's good there, I guess, but it's just... It's not really the best thing to do as the one and only ramp spell if you're going 2 into 4, because it's the most vulnerable, right? It's the only thing that can die to a mountain of creature removal that your opponent might not have yet had any kind of target to. So this always feels bad to play, for sure. I never actually cast it today. I did add it to the deck rather late, so that makes sense. But yeah, this one does feel bad, but we're always trying to do the same thing, and it's one of those things, so it's probably just right. But I just hold it in low regard. Definitely hold it in low regard. So yeah, this was a really good strategy, so I can recommend it, and my opinion on it has been changed. I didn't think it was something, and now I do. Now I do. So let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.